right. Hello and welcome. So, just for this moment, set everything aside that doesn't have to do with this. Just come into the present with us. Today, we're going to go on a journey together, a journey of being in alignment, which is a wonderful thing. Alignment is when your heart and your soul and your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, they're all lined up with the things that are the most important to you. Because this is the kind of life we're trying to create, right? We want to create a life that we love, full of things that we love, people we love, doing things we love that bring out all of the things that make us who we are, all of the feelings that make us feel at home, in our truth, in our power, in our strength. So that's what's being aligned like, right? And the things that we do in life, we're either contributing or not contributing to being in alignment. And I think all of you know what it's like to be aligned, but we also know what it's like to be misaligned. Misaligned is when we're out of alignment. We're acting in ways that don't really feel good. We're doing things that are not contributing to our growth or our health or our happiness. We might start to, we know that we're out of alignment when we're feeling sluggish, tired, uncomfortable, unhappy, anxious, depressed, agitated, irritated, blaming other people, running away, wanting to hide, oversharing, doing weird late night booty calls, watching too much Netflix, too much alcohol, too much food, too many chips, all kinds of things. We know what it's like when we're out of alignment. It's painful. Funny thing with being out of alignment though is we can get used to it, because the more we do things, the more we sort of tell our subconscious, okay, this is how we're going to be and this is what's safe for us. So the more we do things, they become habit and they become comfortable, even if they're painful. So what we want to do in this experience together is become familiar with what it's like to be in alignment again and what it's like to be out of alignment. Great. So what I'd like you to do is just get comfortable, don't lay down, have your pen and paper handy, and close your eyes, and let's go on a journey together. Okay, so we're going to close our eyes and just let your mind wander. Be open. There's no right or wrong here. There's nothing to prove, nothing to do, except just be here now and listen and receive this information and see what comes up for you. It's interesting, and you're the boss here, so don't worry about anything. All right, so with your eyes closed, imagine you're walking barefoot through a beautiful forest with a soft undergrowth, and you can feel the cold, wonderful greenery under your feet, and you can hear the sound of the ocean in the distance. You can also hear birds singing, and you can feel a bit of sun on your face, and it's absolutely magnificent, and you're wearing something beautiful. It's your favorite color, a color that you love, and you feel so safe and good and warm and loved, and you're walking and you come to a clearing, and in that clearing you can see a golden circle of light energy. And when you get to this circle, you know something about this circle. This circle contains energy inside of it. It actually contains energy that represents you when you're out of alignment. So inside this circle, it is going to inform you of what experience is like for you when you are out of alignment. So I want you now to step into that circle and notice what it feels like for you when you're out of alignment. What kinds of thoughts are you thinking? When you're giving too much to other people? Are you blaming other people? Are you working too hard? Are you not working enough? Are you procrastinating? Do you feel contracted? Are you being bullied? Are you bullying? Getting angry, frustrated? What are you denying yourself? What are you overindulging in? What sorts of things do you do when you're out of alignment? And just notice what's there. Just let yourself receive it. It's all there for you. And allow yourself to notice that the more you see and observe all of the things that are out of alignment for you, you can feel a pressure on your body like a weight, a heavy weight, the burden of all of the things that you are doing that aren't quite you. And you can almost imagine that everything you're doing that's not quite you is like a layer of clothes. So everything else you're yelling too much, a layer of clothes. Drinking too much coffee, layer of clothes. Having sex with creepy people, a layer of clothes. All of the things that you're doing and behaving in ways that pull you out of alignment. And just notice it. And for everything you do, it's another layer of clothes, and it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Whatever comes through for you is fine, and allow yourself to build a sense of that weight and how uncomfortable it feels and how heavy it feels. And just notice that. I notice the way you compromise yourself, and you might be lying to yourself, and you're holding yourself back, how you might be hurting yourself. What are you doing too much of? What are you doing that's not right for you? What doesn't fit you anymore? And give yourself permission to feel that. And who does that make you become? What kind of woman are you when you're out of alignment? And I want you to look at her and see her and feel her. And I want to give you permission to just see her and feel her. Now I want you to take off that heavy weight and step out of the circle. And I want to invite you to pause this and write down what you experienced in there. And then come back when you're ready. Okay. Hello. Good. So I hope that you wrote that down, and you'll keep writing. If there's more, just keep writing it. And that might have been uncomfortable for you, and that might have been awkward or very insightful, but I hope it was very valuable for you. So now we're coming to the second part of this. We're going to connect with your embodied, authentic, aligned woman. Okay? So close your eyes again, and I want you to connect with your misaligned woman, with your victim woman, or your victim of circumstance, the one who's being tossed around and behaving in ways that doesn't feel true to her. Okay? I want you to connect with that energy again. So get that bunch of clothes back on and pile them back on, and get yourself back in that state of misalignment. Get back in there. And now again, take it all off and walk into another circle that's right in front of you. And in this circle represents all of the energy of your truth. Who you are when you are nurturing yourself, when you're feeding your soul, when you are thinking the thoughts that support you, when you are acting in ways that light you up, when you start to notice everything's going in flow, when you're connected with self and source and others, when you're connected to your natural gifts and talents and you're giving this back. How do you feel? What does she look like? What does she do? What do you see? Just notice her and feel that energy. And allow that energy to show for you what it's like for you when you're fully aligned. And noticing that her heart is opening and her energy is vibrating. And just notice what she's experiencing. Notice what happens to you when you stand in that presence. And allow yourself to receive this wisdom. Notice what she looks like and feels like, behaves like. And now opening your hand, and in your hand is a gift from her. And you look in your hand and you can see this gift, and it's a symbol of what it's like to be this aligned woman. Yes. And when you're ready, come back into your regular state of being and write it all down. You might want to pause this and write it all down. Okay, great. So the third part here is called the bridge. So I want you to stay inside that energy of that fully aligned woman. Okay? And what is so obvious about her? What did she have to let go of? This is the bridge. What is obvious to you about honoring her energy? What did she need to do or think or be or have or give, or what did she need to get in touch with inside herself to become herself again? This is your bridge. This is your call to action. So take a moment and pause and write it down. Okay, great. So now you are familiar with your misaligned woman, your aligned woman, and your bridge. And your bridge is usually a form of action. So right now I want you to write down one thing that you can do based on her messaging to commit to connecting with her. And you really must do it, because if you don't do it, your subconscious responds to where the most energy is, and energy comes in action. If you don't do it, subconscious will say, misaligned woman's the ruler. If you do it, subconscious will say, oh yes, here she is, the queen, aligned woman. So whatever you set out to do, you have to follow through to give your energy to her so that she starts to become the leader. And that is the purpose of this experience. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just put them in the group or shoot us an email. Love to hear how you went. Thank you.